Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. So today is going to be episode 44 of This Week in Action Figure News. And of course I will be talking about Yojo June. We got another figure that was released just afterwards. Then we're going to be talking about, of course, Super 7. And I'm going to finish by Hiya Toys. So without further ado, let's have a look at what Hasbro's given us. So of course we have some of the figures. I didn't put them in any kind of order. If you want to watch a full episode, this is to show a bit of what we are getting by Hasbro, and I'm just going to tell you a bit my feelings about it and if they have changed. Well, this character still not liking it, don't like Metallo mix and They Live and Terminator, Mad Max, everything mixed up. This figure is pretty ridiculous. I have the file cards that I uploaded. And even with the file card, this character is not good at all. Of course, let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree. This character is pure stupid. Then, of course, we have from our 1986 line, we have Iceberg. So yeah, this one works for me. As I have said in the review, I'm not a big fan of having this kind of OD green on there. And I think it's a bit of a shame. They should have gone for some white over there. That would have been more just in the way of doing it, because you're not going to have this as camo. The rest of the figure looks pretty cool. Then, of course, we have Miss Armada. Now, this figure was a bit of a disappointment. I'm still happy to get her. I do like the looks of the character. But I think Hasbro went the lazy way by saying that she stole the mask from a museum. There's no history behind it. It was really weird because we know that Destro has a history behind the mask. And also, they decided to go on a very dark tone of skin than the original one that was posted in the digital renders. So yeah, would have liked to seen the lighter skin version, but again afterwards we will see when she arrives, and I'm going to be very happy to have her. But again, I think there's a big missed opportunity on the part of Hasbro. Not the last time that they're going to do it, and giving us something and hyping up something that was a total letdown. Then, of course, we have our rugged Duke, who is pretty awesome. And the fact that this is what we should have got in the classified line kind of makes me regret that we got this stupid Nerf guns figures with plenty of futuristic parts of it. And I would have preferred to that they would have gone on to something like that. I'm still not a fan of the rifle. I think they could have done way, way better. Now, of course, we have the last one, who's the Toxa Viper. Works for me. Love the head sculpt. Really love what they did with this character. And this figure works pretty cool. Now, again, I strongly think that Hasbro needs to sort out their crap, because they are not really doing a good job. I mean, you did 4 episodes of Yojo June, and you were incapable of releasing this digital wonder that was released just one day after you did your stream. So, of course, this is Sideshow from who's going to be a Walmart exclusive. This is the Night Force version of him. And yeah, it's mind-blowing that you were not able to put this one into the Yojo June streaming. It would have been nice to add it. I don't understand why you would not add it, especially if you're going to leak the picture one day after the last show. So of course we do have some questions about it, because it looks like he has some energy behind. He has some kind of blaster who shoots an energy. From what I saw, it's a sonic gun, so I don't know, starting to go on to mutants. Not much a fan of it. I preferred when they stick down, but I can understand. But it would make sense that this would be going up against the dire technology that's there, and I would have liked to see what this must be like a shield, so it would have been interesting. And I think it's a bit of a shame that our friends at Hasbro didn't give a little cable to go to this weapon. Would have made sense that this is like where you would get all the energy to be able to blast like this. So really a bit of a shame that they didn't do it in that way. Now let's have a look at our friends at Super 7. So of course Super 7 has decided to come out with some new figures who are going to be sold at Joe Fest, and frankly I don't understand what's going on over here. So it's the Glow Patrol, so we have the versions of them by Cobra, then we're also going to have the G.I. Joe ones. So again we have a cheap repaint of what we have already got in the past. Now of course here we are, the G.I. Joe Glow Patrol, and really not digging this at all. You know my point of view about Super 7. I think it's really bad. Now the question is Hasbro going to pull us Glow Patrol on the Classified series? It would be interesting to see. Personally, I think it's again a cheap reuse of the parts that they already have, and I do not understand why they're doing it. This does not make sense at all. It is a huge, huge, huge disappointment again. But as long as the people buy these, well, why would they stop? Now there's another figure that they have also announced, and this is going to be Wild Bill. Now I don't have the other Wild Bills. I know that they did some, so I guess there might be some bits and pieces that they will use. Of course, it's going to be the Tiger Force version because, yes, why not milk the Tiger Force version of it? Now going on to the last figure, and this is going to be Hiya Toys, and we have the Cobra Officer. Now as you can see, the design of the character is what I strongly, and I think what Hasbro was going for. If they would have not course corrected the classified line, this is what we would have got as a design in the classified line for the Cobra Officer. Now personally I find the Cobra Officer one of the best versions of the troopers that they did, and I think it's a bit of a shame that they didn't go onto the classified when they did the classified, or should I say the retro Cobra Trooper. They should have used the body of the Cobra Officer instead of using this one that they did. Again, Hasbro not really following a certain logic and going against it. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Hasbro, we're here to talk about Hiya Toys. Now, I must say that the design is very futuristic. I do like the rifle. I mean, even if you're going into futuristic, you're getting something that looks like a modern weapon that would have been cool to get in the G.I. Joe classified line. You have a red dot, you have an extra scope. Over here, if you would have it in 12-inch, you'd be able to move it, to have it on the side. So yeah, pretty cool. He comes with an extra pistol. He does come with a lot of gear. This kind of weird sniper rifle that is given with the Cobra Trooper also is there. You can see he has a knife. Let's have a look at everything that this figure comes with. And as you can see, he even has a tablet. I mean, I think that Hiya Toys is doing a pretty good job. Now the problem is I can't put myself all over the place and start buying figures left and right. I am a huge G.I. Joe fan. That doesn't mean that I'm going to buy everything that comes out. And I have a preference for the a less modern version of the figure. That doesn't mean that Hiya Toys is not doing a very good job with what they presenting us with the toys. So yeah, I do like the figure. I think they did a pretty good job, but I'm sorry, I need to decide if I'm going to pay $30, if I'm going to get a classified, or this figure over here. And due to the fact that these are pretty hard to get your hands on because they're only licensed for Asia, so yeah, that means secondary market, paying up sky-high prices, or ordering it directly from Hiya Toys. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. It's a bit of a shame that we don't have somebody really reselling them, but again, haven't seen much about it. Let me know in the comment section, are you interested in Hiya Toys? Did you buy any of these Hiya Toys? Do you like them? Are they good quality? Let me know in the comment section. Maybe that might change my mind and make me want to pick some up. Tell me what you think about the G.I. Joe lines, and do you think that Hasbro could have given us a better Yo Joe June than what they did? Let me know in the comment section, and let's start a conversation around our favorite hobby. So that's going to be it for episode 44 of This Week in Action Figures News. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Share the video. That also helps out a lot. If you want to go and check out my Facebook page, Instagram page, the links are in the description. I strongly suggest that you go and check out my Facebook page. I've added some new file cards that were released from the G.I. Joe classified figures. So if you want to go and pick them up, the links is in the description. And of course, if you're watching this video on Sunday, I wish you have a fantastic Sunday. If you're watching it on another day of the week, I wish you have a fantastic day. And like always, I will see you in my next video. Bye!